Be a tricky respot here. He's going to have to mark the red, move it out of the way, try and get the pink. Very delicate this. Need a steady finger. That was very, very awkward to respot that. I think he deserves a little round of applause when he finishes this.
Yeah. Better wait until he finishes, though. His finger could slip. Look at that.
I remember once in Pot Black, Sidney Lee, who was the referee all those years ago, he dropped the pink into the middle of the reds with his gloves, and the reds went all over the place, and he just pulled them all back together with his hand and said, 7, and carried on.
Tell you what, he's done a good job here, isn't he, Rob Spencer? Well done, getting the pink in there.
There we go. Deserved that.
.22. .29.
That was a nice pace of the cue ball there. Now, what's he looking at? Well, he's wondering when he pots this red, just a little glance off the red, just above it. For the cue ball to go through the gap and still be on the black. There's the pot, there's the little brush, but he hasn't played it well. Could have played that with a bit more pace. He caught the red too full. I just wanted a little brush off it.
Well, if he takes this on, this will be some shot bridging over the red. Oh, he's overcut that. That was so difficult.
Neil Robertson, 30.
Yeah, you'd probably knock that type of shot in maybe 3 times out of 10. And this is awkward as well for Wu Yiza, this. Because he's got to get a little bit of action onto it if he took that one into the middle pocket, so it's not worth the risk. This is the correct shot here.
Count himself very lucky, Neil Robertson, after missing that black, that he didn't leave something a little bit easier for his opponent. Is he on this red? Just past the black. To this corner pocket. Certainly pots. Oh, wonderful shot. Whoa. Use the black as made the pocket a little bit bigger, the black being close proximity. Just a little nick off the black. Normally, you would expect Neil Robertson to take this brown on, but maybe just showing his opponent a little bit of respect and using his experience here. But I tell you, he hasn't played that well. Probably should have taken the brown on.
Smiles all around. I'm wondering if that just drifted slightly. The tables are checked after most sessions, and they always go out, check how level it is, but that one seemed to drift a little bit.
One.
Let's see if he can make it difficult for Neil as we show you that fabulous pot there. Is he going to take the brown on? As I say, Neil refused it, but this fella attacks everything.
Louise at 1.
Well, he missed it, but I like the way he took it on. He was confident enough to take it on. He saw his opponent refuse it, and he thought, well, I'm not going to refuse it. There's a chance. If it goes in, I could win the frame. But, of course, the flip side is, if he misses it, he could now lose the frame. Oh.
1.
Wow. He's not going to lose the frame. Let's end the break.
It's amazing that. I know he was using the rest, but you could play that shot 10 times and not screw the white into that position. Amazing. It just landed on the blue and finished in no man's land.
Blue ball. Neil Robertson.
I'll tell you what, Wu Yiz has been on that baulk cushion quite a few times. Neil has found it absolutely to perfection. Oh, the white's close, the white's close.
5. Neil Robertson 4.
Well, it's costing him 4 points, but what it does leave is a difficult pot for Neil. He's only 35 points in front. This will be an interesting choice of shot coming up. You can put that white anywhere in the D area. But wherever he places it, it's going to be a difficult pot. So he might refuse it. That's sort of given a little indication that he may take the red that's next to the tip on and get on the black. And he's just looking to see what he would leave if he got a good cue ball. But, well, he's one of the best potters we've ever seen in the game. And, well, here we go. Dead straight. You've got to push that cue through in a straight line. Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, it's a brilliant shot. As you said, you got to stay so still on the shot as well. Perfect on the black. And that's what he does, isn't he, Dennis? As you said, he's one of the best long putters in the game. You got to play to your strengths.
8.
That's why I was so surprised to see him refuse the brown into the right centre a few shots ago.
This match will be played to a conclusion tomorrow afternoon, and Neil Robertson will be
60.
hoping to take a healthy lead into tomorrow.
17.
A couple more pots away from making it 4-1 here. Didn't quite get enough reverse side on that. He can still pot this, but he wanted to be straighter on it.
24.
This is frame ball.
$25. $30. $31. $37. $38. $44. $45.
Yeah, this is a great response after the mid-session interval, especially with he was on his way to a
52.
maximum break and finished up losing the frame. Brilliant 82 break from his opponent.
54.
But this is where he started the match. He's curing beautifully at the moment.
57. $61. $66. $72.
That's another frame-winning break
Neil Robertson.
from Neil Robertson, and he extends his lead. It's now 4-1.
Thank you. The sixth frame. Who is it to break?
Yes, Seisel, he certainly does. He's in his stride. It's a bit unusual why we haven't seen so much of him over the course of the last few months, particularly at the business end of tournaments. And maybe just it was a confidence thing. Nothing certainly about his technique. It looks as smooth and as good as ever. He's had a litany of big breaks already early in this match. So, and that particular last shot, Dennis, I mean, that's what Neil Robertson's all about. We put the ball in hand, took the long straight red on, knocked it in, and then went on to win the frame from that position.
Yeah, this was the long red that he knocked in. He could place it anywhere in the day, and he'd worked out he could take that on, and he put the white perfect on the black, but he wasn't leaving anything, only the red he took on. It was playing the percentages there, Ken.
Yeah. Well, how well he cued it. Now he's having a look at the plant here. It's two reds just to the right of the pink. Look pretty much in line to this bottom right corner pocket. There you see it. Shouldn't be a problem, this.
One.
And, well, he shouldn't have been left that. Okay, we'll use it. Took the red on into the left centre, but he may not have taken the red on if he knew he was going to leave the plant. So a bit of a mistake there from Wu Yiz. And a chance. He could have played it a little bit better. He's a little bit lower on the pink than he would have liked, Neil Robertson. But he does have that red up in the bulk area to try and play on.
Neil Robertson
Wasn't on that pink. Is a little bit low on it. Didn't expect him to miss it.
Yep. I think he took his eye off the pot. He was more concerned about the cue ball. Now, is this too thin a cut? Because I'm just looking at it. If he was to cut this in, every chance he could finish on the black, you know. It's a thin snake, but the white will come twice across the table, should avoid hitting the blue. And if he takes the cut on, he could finish nicely on the black. He's had second thoughts, though. And now he's looking at the safety side of the game.
Just wondering, is he on this red? Well, he certainly is. He's got enough of the red to take this red on. And he can certainly come around the back of the black, but can he avoid the reds? Well, he's refusing it. The only problem about playing into those reds there, there's always a possibility that the red could pop itself over left or right corner pocket, and that's exactly what's happened. He can get on the black here, Take this red on into this bottom right corner. And play it off 2 cushions, or he could just hold the cue ball off 1 cushion. Bit of a tester, this. Yeah, a bit of a tester. Now, what's he left?
I think he's left quite a few, especially if the red next to the black goes. Although it may be quite tight that maybe it doesn't pot. So if it doesn't, there's no easy starter. He can cut the one in that's next to the pink. Yeah, that's his choice. So you'd think he'd finish on one of the bulk colors here.
Whoa.
So one good positional shot, and he's right in amongst them again. Look at the reds, they're perfectly placed. The blacks in the open, the pinks in the open. Great chance. Well, that's
3.
a shocker from Neil there. He'd got quite a margin for error, and look where he's put the cue ball. He just got into it too much. He's left himself a tricky cut into the middle pocket if he is going to take it on. Had another look at the angle there, but this is not straightforward. No, overcut it. But that, the yellows covered it, so it was a bit of a calculated risk he took there, but he knew he could always possibly cover it. And if the red goes in, he was on the yellow for the middle.
Yeah, this is a tough one, this, because he really needs to get that cue ball over to the right-hand side of the table in balk, so he doesn't leave that red near the right centre pocket. Can't do that, though. There's no path. Is he taking this long red on? Well, this is risky. Oh, what a shot. Needs a bit of luck. Deserves a bit of luck. Is he on the pink? No. Oh, what a tremendous pot.
You won't see a better one than that. And he's a bit unlucky with that kiss that he got there. And this is an equally difficult yellow he's faced with. Oh, well done. Yeah, every credit. Showing great temperament and composure. Those last 2 shots.
3.
And he's got, well, not a bad opportunity now. Can he capitalize on it?
Well, he deserves to. I think after those 2 pots, he can play our pink, play on pink or black here.
4.
He's gone down for the black. Needs a bounce. Yeah, pretty good. Well, that opening pot of the red, you won't see many better today than that.
11. 12.
Yeah, I wonder. Could play in a little cannon on one of these reds to hold the cue ball. Doesn't have to, of course. A couple of choices. He's played for the loose one. He's okay.
90.
Can he reach that though? Maybe just about. Quite a stretch, but hadn't much
20.
to do with it. Shows the confidence of this young player playing for the red along the cushion. He could
27.
easily have played out to the open reds.
28.
Safely in. Excellent.
He could play a little cannon into that red, and that would open one of the reds into the left corner, but also he'd be on the red into the right corner. Yeah, nicely played. Just a delicate little shot.
35.
Yeah, if he could play this red into the left corner, just hold for the pink. He could play it off the cushion if he wanted. Could play a little cannon on the red as well, but I think off the cushion and back for the pink should be okay.
36.
That's gone wrong.
Yeah, the previous shot, the white just finished in an awkward position. He was on a choice of 3 reds, and every one of them were just that little bit awkward with regards to getting a good positional shot. I'm not sure if he can take the green and get enough screw on this to not cannon the red that's to the right of it to get back up. But they're all sort of covering each other somewhat into the left corner pocket. Well, a little bit the same the other side of the table, so it's not straightforward, this. This is a key shot coming up here. Yeah, he's plenty of screw he can get on it here. Couldn't avoid the cannon on the red, but that'll do. That'll do nicely. The angle on the green, there was no way he could avoid that cannon.
Forty. Thank you. Forty-two. Forty-four.
This way he's got to be careful. He wants to screw the cue ball back just about 3 or 4 inches. It's very easy to underscrew or even overscrew this and not beyond this red into the right corner pocket. So it's not straightforward, this.
Yeah, taking his time quite rightly so to make sure he gets this next shot absolutely spot on. 40 points in the lead. long. This is just about okay. He can just cue past the black.
50.
Almost went very awkward for him there. I love that shot there. You're right down the player's cue.
Yeah, and he cued it lovely, didn't he? Nice shot into the middle pocket. Back in prime position now. And for all of the
58.
barrage of breaks that he's faced this afternoon from his opponent, he's battling in there and he's
59.
sticking with him.
Yeah, we tend to forget he's only 19 years of age. First time at the Crucible. Given a very good account of himself here, Ken.
He's looked calm, hasn't he?
65.
Okay, he's made a few mistakes, but by and large, I mean, the opening red
66.
in this break and then the yellow to follow. Fantastic. The innocence of youth, Dennis.
72. $73.
Just from a confidence point of view, it'd be
75.
nice if he could clear the lot here.
$76.
Yeah, and how nice it would be
80.
if he could make a century of his own here. On his debut at the Crucible, wouldn't that be something?
82.
He's going to need a really good positional shot from brown to blue. But there's enough room from the blue, from the left-hand side cushion. Get in the back of it.
85.
He's perfect on the brown. So stun over towards that left-hand side cushion. Get right behind the blue and have it into the corner or the middle pocket. It's all about pace here.
89.
Oh, he's going to play it into the left centre. But if he gets it, it'd be nicely on the pink. It's there. What a wonderful
94.
shot. And he's 2 shots away, Dennis. His debut at the Crucible, and he's going to make the century.
100.
Well, that's a milestone in this young player's career. On your debut to knock a century, and absolutely brilliant, Ken.
Fantastic.
170 on the frame.
Well played
Loser.
to the young man, Wu from China. Wonderful century on his debut, and that's something to keep in a memory. And against the world champion, former world champion as well. Brilliant. Great stuff.
Third clear, the
certainly
7th
was,
frame.
Hazel.
Neil Robertson to
Every
break.
credit to Wu Yiza. What a clearance that was. But we talked about it, and his opening pot in that break, Ken, was, you know, as good a shot as you're going to see all throughout the tournament. It was a cracker.
Definitely a hot shot. Well, he's going to take this red on now. And if he gets this, he'll be back on the black maybe. Ooh. Doesn't want the kiss. Oh. Hope to stay on the black, but as we see, red comes back, kisses the cue ball, and it's definitely on for Neil Robertson. This another red to the left of the black is cuttable as well. Oh, oh! Thought he overcut it there for a minute.
Well, not the best kiss in the world on the blue there. Little things like that can just turn matches around. I mean, if he misses the blue, he's got a nice, easy one to the corner. If he hits it half ball, he's got it for the middle. It's just finished awkward.
I was a little bit surprised he took that red that he did pot. I thought the red here along the top cushion, Dennis, was for a left-hander wasn't too bad.
Neil Robertson.
It's been a very entertaining match, this. It really has. Both players cueing really well. Both had century breaks. Good to watch. Oh, he's hit 2 reds towards the left corner pocket. Is there a path through to the one that's over the pocket? Might possibly be able to get past that first red. I think he's just okay, but it's all about the cue ball. It's going to head over towards the pack of reds unless he can get quite a bit of side on it. He did get the side on it, but is it going into the middle pocket? Surely not. No, it's okay.
Six.
Yeah, just put a little circle up there. And if you can get the cue ball into that area, it could be on black or blue. He's had a look at it. Oh.
Louisa. 6.
And that's a poor miss. That may cost him.
just when we thought he was looking comfortable out there. Did he get a heavy contact there? I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it was just a poor shot or he got a bit of a kick. Let's have a look. Seemed to straighten up the red there, so yeah, I'll definitely give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well,
And now a golden opportunity.
six. Seven. Fourteen. 15.
Now he could play for the loose red. He could go into the pack of reds if he wants. Looks like he's just going to play on the loose red.
$22.
One more red available there, you see it. Just
23.
passes the extreme left of the bunch underneath the pink. Just pot into the right corner pocket. He's having a look at this one. There's anything pot into the left corner. It's a bit tight. He's gone around there to have a look from the pocket. And the camera is in the way. He wouldn't have experienced that anywhere else, Dennis, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the cameramen do an unbelievable job when you've got two tables here. It's so tight for them, as you can see there. So,
30.
and the players normally just don't know they're there. You get used to it.
31.
Cameramen and camera women, Dennis. We have one camera woman down there. We can't forget her. She's doing an excellent job.
Well, camera person.
That's it, yeah. There she is, even giving us a little smile as well. Doing a great job. And they have to be quick on their feet, don't they, to get out of the way of the players around the table. Now, a little bit straight on this blue, so he's going to have to play for that red. Just left of the pink, but this is a big shot because he's careering into other reds.
36.
It's one of these that you can take your eye off. You're worried about the cue ball, so he's going to concentrate in the pot here. Well played, good shot.
37.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just a wee bit close to the blue for comfort, but he should be okay, as Ken said.
$42. $43.
He's a wonderful player to watch, isn't he? For such a young player. And what was it, when he was 14, he won the under-21 IBSF World Championship, Ken.
Yeah.
Well, you won the World Junior. How old were you when you won that?
I'm a lot older than him. I was 20. It wasn't 14 then.
Yeah, 14. That's
14.
incredible.
Yeah. No, he's a very
50.
exciting prospect, and he's certainly showcasing his talent here today against a former champion. Debut at the Crucible. He's made a century. He's put some wonderful balls. He's going to win another frame here, and there's only going to be
57.
one behind, and he could even make another century. It's the important ball.
58.
Very, very impressive stuff so far.
$65. $66.
Just two reds either side of the table, but they're far enough away from the cushion to be able to drop in behind
76.
them if he's going to make back-to-back centuries. And wouldn't that be something?
73.
So he's got a nice angle here to just drop in behind that red, the left side of the table. He's had a look to see if it'll go in the middle pocket. If not, he can just drop in behind it. Beautifully played. Absolutely spot on.
80. $81.
Oh, he just got the wrong side of the blue, so now he's faced with a middle distance pot
86.
if he's going to make the century. I can't quite reach it. And that little extension will help. Wonderful shot, and the perfect angle on the pink to get in behind the difficult yellow that's near the cushion. But if he can get about 2 feet away from that yellow and not straight, he can get the century. There's the pink. What's the angle like? Doesn't want to be straight on the yellow, and he's not. He can get out onto the green. Still needs a good shot though. Needs a lot of power.
93.
Yeah, this will be a good one. Lots of cue power here, screwing back off 2 cushions. Look at this. Look at the cue ball. Needs to get out. Yeah, that's pretty good.
He's going to endear himself to this Crucible crowd the way he's performing here. Century for this young Chinese sensation.
$107.
Oh, it doesn't matter about the pink. It's a wonderful century,
107 on the frame.
and all of a sudden, this young player is just 1 frame behind. It's 4-3.
Quiet as possible, please.
Thank you. The 8th frame. Who wishes to break?
Yes, thanks, Hazel.
Quiet as you can, please.
Interesting thoughts from the two lads up in the Winter Gardens there. Yeah, we definitely have a match on. And the young man, Wu Yize, is growing with confidence. There's no doubt about that. Now, how can Neil Robertson respond? 2 more frames, of course, in this session before they come back tomorrow afternoon. It's okay, he's got away with it. But yeah, 2 very important frames, and particularly for Neil Robertson as well. Being 4-1 up, Dennis, I thought, well, this was easy, but certainly not been an easy afternoon for him, even though Robertson is playing some wonderful stuff himself.
Be interesting to see if Neil just goes into safety mode for a 5 or 10 minutes just to knock this player out of his stride. Because he knows if he leaves him in amongst the balls, he'll be in his seat for quite some time. Brown's just a bit of a distraction for the safety shot here. Played it well though, this could be in behind the green. Wasn't intending to get in behind the green, he just wanted to find the path back down the table. Now, can he just get past to snicker red? Maybe just. I think the green might just have come to the rescue there. Yeah, as you can see it. You'd have to bend this slightly, and you can see that's what he's attempting to do. What a shot. To judge at the full length of the table with swerve on it, Ken.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Fantastic. A little kiss on the red. Well, it was pink. Certainly a little bit tricky into the left centre. I don't blame him not taking. He's going to take the long blue one. Right in the middle of the pocket. Beautiful camera angle, that gives you more of a sense of the length of the table beside.
7.
I'll tell you what is so impressive as well, he keeps so still on the shot, his head perfectly still, so it doesn't matter how hard he hits the ball, he still doesn't move that head.
30.
Now, is that pink? Is it potable anywhere? Is it potable into the left centre? Maybe.
$14.
Looks pretty good.
$20.
There's a couple of potable reds, but they're all sort of covering each other somewhat into both corners. There's one clearly available. But as I said, the rest are all
20.
blocking each other. And that's come up a bit short. He's got a problem now. Pink's no good to him because he'd be going away from the reds. Unless he decides to somehow get all the way around the table. But as I say, they're all blocking each other, so he's got a bit of a problem here. It would be some shot if he was to go right around the angles and avoid the colours there. And here it comes. He's found the gap. I mean, this is a great, great effort.
$27.
Oh, he's overcut it, you could tell. But he might just have gotten away with it.
27.
I'm not sure if Neil can plant something onto that one that's over the pocket. Well, it doesn't look as if he can from that picture, but oh, he was right in there with that great recovery pot that he pulled off, but that one was just going to the jaws. I say, even if Neil can swerve around the reds to pot this, how does he get out onto a colour? Playing it with the swerve, as you can see. He doesn't want to get too much swerve, otherwise the white could follow the red in.
1.
Yeah, he couldn't do much with that.
Yellow ball, thank you. Neil Robertson 1.
Yeah, he's played a good one there, Neil Robertson. Got a full ball snooker. All reds. Don't think he can see. He'll have to swerve around the brown to hit this red just to the right of the black. He's not on it, as you can see, so could play a little swerve. He's played that very well. Good shot, that.
They've all been very fluent, the frames, this afternoon. This one just getting a little bit tied up. Most of the frames have been won with one visit. This is the first real tactical battle in the match so far, you'd have to say. And that's a terrific safety shot there. That has put Neil in trouble. You can see the red's the right side of the table. But that one that's over near the cushion, he's got to avoid canning into that, so that's not going to be easy. So a bit of a problem here for the Australian. Just looking to come off a couple of cushions and just land on the two reds that are to the left of the black. Dead weight he's after here. And that's not going to reach. Same
Foul,
line
the miss.
with a little more
Who is a
pace.
full?
Mind you, this is dead straight on this red for the right middle. If it is, he could maybe take it on and stay on the black. All depends on the angle.
Okay.
No, it's not there. Can't take that shot on.
Neil? Touch more. It's not a lot off the cushion. No, that's about right. Okay, yeah, easy, yeah.
Well, there you see it. Shot time coming up to almost a minute and a half. Putting a lot of thought into this. He might be ended up playing the double here, is he? Well, maybe it wasn't on, but just a safety shot. He was afraid of leaving the cue ball up in the balk area for fear of leaving his opponent possible long red. And the way he's been knocking the long reds in this session, so I didn't want to leave him even a tempter. Doesn't have to do much here. You can just roll up to the 2 reds that are on the black spot. Trying to get in behind the black. Slight advantage to Neil Robertson at the moment.
Yeah, removing this red helps the situation. But at the moment, the cushion behind the black is the safety zone. Surely there's not a plant on Ken.
Well, he's having a good look at it. No. You can see it's going to the cushion. I don't think you can make that plant. Well, it's as good as he could possibly do. We didn't want to leave this red into the right centre, but it's certainly on for Neil Robertson.
Because he's so close to the cushion, he'll probably have to take that one on. Okay, where's the white going to go? Natural angle will take it up somewhere near the brown, you would think. They're not easy pots when you're tucked up in the cushion. No, they're not easy by any means. This is a tester. It's a thin one if he's going for the middle. Oh, much too thick.
Foul. Neil Robertson 4.
He'd like to have that one again.
Yeah, it's not straightforward, this stuff for Neil Robertson. He's looking down the line. Can he avoid the black with the cue ball and try and bounce it off this top cushion back up for pink or blue? Maybe he's going to play for the black through the gap of the 2 reds. Oh, he's got through the gap. That was a pretty good shot, that. He had to avoid both reds just underneath the pink spot, and he has done. Great chance for Neil Robertson here.
Full. Five.
Oh, he's calling him. all his experience here, Neil Robertson, from 4-1 in front. He's seen his opponent make 2 breaks, 2 centuries, both 107. And he knew the importance of this frame. There's one more after this. He could still get out of this session winning at 6-3, which would be
12.
quite a result for him.
30.
No substitute for experience, and he's called on it all here, Ken, hasn't he?
Yeah. He's a bit to do here, you know. He'll definitely be feeling it slightly.
20. 20.
Just having a look at those 2 reds. I think if they're not a direct plant into the right centre, they certainly can be made.
Yeah, and the 2 reds that look to be a little bit awkward are okay for Neil, being a left-hander. The one to the right of the green's okay, and the one that's near the left corner pocket here is okay for a left-hander.
$29.
That's a much better angle for the plant
36.
this time. He's still got the other easy red. I think the plant would be the best choice here. And he's once again going to leave it.
$37.
He just wants to leave a good angle on the plant so that he can play on blue or pink.
Yeah, when he plays the plant, the first red that he's going to play, he doesn't want to knock that into a safe position. He wants to try and keep that out in the middle of the table somewhere in a potable position.
$45.
Good pot, but nicely on pink or black. But as I said, I would have liked to have kept the red. A bit more in the open, just give himself more choices. 19 points in the lead, so he's going to need pink and 2 more reds and colours to be in a position where his opponent will need a snooker. This red is not too bad for a left-hander, as Dennis mentioned.
51.
The red beneath is slightly awkward. He's had a quick glance at the scoreboard.
He got into that a little too much. He wanted to be closer to this, but he should be okay.
52.
And as I say, the red over the other side of the table for a left-hander is okay. The yellow's in the way if he was to take the brown to get up behind that. But if he's got an angle on the yellow, he could take it and drop on the red he's looking at now. I think he can just avoid the yellow and get nicely on that one.
$56.
The red and the black would leave him safe in this frame.
$57.
It's what great champions do, isn't it, Ken, when they're put under the cosh, and he was with those 2 centuries, back-to-back centuries, and he's responded like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a good break. There's questions asked. And he's definitely come up with the answers. Good break this from Neil Robertson. He's had that chance
64.
to cut red into the right centre pocket. Missed it, went in off. Neil Robertson has come to the table. Looks like made enough to increase the gap once again to 2 frames.
Well, there's only 1 snooker that's required, so he's giving this plenty of attention. This to keep Wu in his seat. No. So,
Thank you.
not quite over yet, but barring a snooker, you would think the Australian's got himself 2 frames in the lead.
64.
Yeah, well, as you said, 1 snooker, but it's a good opportunity here. Could play the snooker, but he's 38 points behind. Might be a good idea to pop red and black here while he has the opportunity. Maybe he's just going to play the snooker. Well, I think it's not a bad idea. Pop red and black. He's going to need red and black at some stage. Yeah.
What? Thank you.
And once he's got the black in the pocket, Dennis, then he can play a snooker on the yellow.
Well, he's put the white exactly where he wanted.
8.
Every chance he can get in behind the black here. So that's why Neil Robertson knew he had to put that last red. While he's taking the pot on, it looks as if he can get up behind the black from that yellow. But he thought, if I can get tight in behind the brown, it would be an even more difficult snooker to escape from. So sending the green up towards the black and the white tight in behind the brown.
Louisa.
Well, that's okay. He couldn't send the green to the black because of the angle. You'd think 1 cushion would be the easy way to escape, the right side of the table. Well, he thought long and hard, but this has got to be the easiest way, you would have thought. Oh, he's hit this too hard. Yeah, that was a delicate snooker he attempted there.
3.
Good ball.
7.
Well, he's missed the blue.
Neil
Will
Robertson.
Hughes
7.
will stay in his
On the
chair and nod to the referee. So good frame for Neil Robertson. Just stopped this mini onslaught from his opponent. He goes back into a 2-frame lead again. He leads by 5 frames to 3.
There's the old magic curtain disappearing up into the crucible. And play just finished on the other table, so they'll have this last frame all to themselves, which throws a whole new light on the crucible when there's 2 tables there. No distractions, Ken. It's always nice if you have the arena to yourself.
Yeah, no noise, and all the focus is on your own table, and that will be a different experience for the young 19-year-old who's played so well this afternoon. I mean, as I said, he was faced with a barrage of breaks from Neil Robertson, but came back with 2 centuries. And to make a century on his debut, would not only do that, but follow it up with another one. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, and I think we said at the time, Neil Robertson put everything into this frame. You know, he didn't rush anything, and he waited for his chance, and he virtually clinched it with that 64 break.
Yeah, and a big frame coming up as well in the context of the match. I mean, if we does manage to win this frame, I think with the 2 players, he will feel a lot better. Neil Robertson looked to establish a 3-frame lead overnight. So big frame coming up. But I must say, I'm being very impressed of you, Dennis. We'll use. I mean, I see him every day up in the Dingdrum Academy practicing in there with his father. I knew what sort of a talent he was, and it was just the question was, how was he going to cope against Neil Robertson today?
It's been a wonderful match. I've enjoyed every ball that's been struck, and I've enjoyed watching him play. I like his style around the table. You know, for a 19-year-old, you know, making his debut here, it's fantastic. Really enjoy watching him. First day at the Crucible Theatre, the atmosphere around Sheffield is buzzing, isn't it, Ken, as it always does?
Yeah, it's fantastic, and particularly out, even you know, in the front of house, out in the Crucible, outside of the big screen, there's a big crowd out there. It's just it's amazing what the tournament does to Sheffield itself. You know, so many people from all different walks of life. I was talking to a gentleman upstairs, and come all the way from Sydney, Australia. His son living in Manchester, and the 2 of them are here today for the very, very first time. Neil Robertson comes back into the arena.
Thank you. The final frame of the session. Neil Robertson to break.
So it's Neil who gets the final frame of this session underway. He's come up a little bit short with his break off, and you know that his opponent's going to take this long red on. This is one of his strengths, but this is a big shot early on in this final frame of this session. Oh, well, I thought he might have got away with that little kiss, but maybe not. Yeah, there was a bit of pressure on this one. He's so good at that type of shot. But there is a red that goes into the middle pocket. And Neil, well, he can get on the black. This goes in, early chance. You're right down. the cue here and straight in the pocket.
Yeah, good pot, but this black is a little bit tricky to a blind pocket. Cannot see the pocket down on the shot. Trusting his instinct, and he's got it. Yeah, how's your look? First glance, doesn't look like he's on anything into this bottom right corner pocket.
8.
Red beside the blue, up into the green is a possibility.
Yeah, I think Neil thought if I pot this, I'm bound to be nicely on my next red, and it finished a little awkward.
Neil Robertson, 8.
Yeah, I thought it's just a matter of rolling the black in. You're cannoning into it, you're bound to finish on something, and look how the white managed to find his way through the pack over near the side cushion. That's a little beauty, I think. Unless he can get past the green. The one, the extreme left of the table. Yeah, he can. And Neil Robertson special coming up, is it? Oh, someone's phone goes off just on his backswing. Look at the nudge he's got there. He thought he was bound to get it safe. Screwed back. Hoping. Playing it in such a way that it'd be a shot to nothing, but a series of little cannons there has left this one on.
What?
I played that with a lovely little trace of right hand side just to widen the angle off the cushion. Possibility of this green into the top left corner pocket. Natural angle of the cue ball down towards this top cushion for the red. Over this bottom right corner. No, he's missed it. Oh, wow.
Louisa.
He hasn't missed a lot of pots this afternoon, but maybe a slight bit of tension on that one, Dennis.
I think that was, yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. That was the importance of the shot, and with it being the last frame and having a chance to get just one frame behind, he might get another chance, but he's left an easy opener.
What?
Make no mistake, he'll be hoping to take full advantage here. He'd be delighted if he comes out of this 6-3 in front, even though he led 3-0.
Well, that's a poor one. He's let that go. I don't know what he was playing for there, but that is probably one of the worst position shots here ever likely to see from Neil Robertson.
Was that a little bit of tension, a little bit of adrenaline, because he overscrewed that by a long way. He had, just have a look, he could have left this white in such a position. He had had a red in the middle, he had had a red to the right of the black on, and he just overscrewed it.
He'd be so annoyed, Neil Robertson, that he didn't make more of that chance.
Leo Robertson 6.
This is a good line at the cue ball.
Not often you get a frame this early on with not one colour on its spot. Very unusual, that. But this is a chance, just the opening pot, as long as he gets position.
One. Eight.
Now you can tell that the tension has crept in to his cue action. He was so smooth a few frames back, and all of a sudden the importance of this final frame of this session is telling it its toll at the moment. That was a wide. And he forces a little smile from him.
One.
It's a bit close to the blue, but he'd like to get it back on its spot here. He can just about screw back, but he...
Six.
Now has he got an angle? He can stun across for the black. That's what he's having a look at. It's a slight angle, but may not be enough. Let's see what he's going to do here. No, he's coming back up for blue, but may not get top side. He's okay though. The red that's close to the left corner pocket. It's not too bad for him. Dead straight, you can see the angle. Almost straight on the blue. But if he just pushes the cue ball through for this right over this right left corner, and then he can get back on the black here.
12.
I'll play this with a lot of bottom on the cue ball just to hold it. A little bit of noise, a little bit of movement in the crowd. Yeah.
30.
And he's played it nicely. Good control there.
think there's
If you're on
someone.
the front, you're going to have to stay still because you're right in the eye line of the players. Okay, so
Yeah,
you've got to stay still.
referee Rob Spencer just telling someone on the other side of the arena on the front row. Probably doesn't realise he's just
20.
moving around and it's in the line of the player, and it is off-putting.
21.
Didn't quite get into that one. He wanted to be
28.
able to stay on the black, so change of plan. Go up
29.
for the blue. As long as he gets to the right side of it, and he has done, he's okay.
Yeah, that was nicely judged, wasn't it? Can drop on one of these reds around the pink spot here.
$34. $35.
It's been a very high standard, this match. Neil's had breaks of 138, 96,
42.
79, 64. And Wu
40.
Yiz's had breaks of 82 and 2 centuries. So, high quality match. But he's well on his way here, and this young player knows that he's going to have it all to do tomorrow. 6-3, he's still in with a good chance. But that little cannon
Yeah.
secures the final frame, you'd have to say, yeah.
Yeah, and I think Neil Robertson will be, well, he'll be delighted to get out his session. 6-3. And I think his opponent will use it. I mean, what a debut for him. Lots to look forward to tomorrow. He's been very impressive the way he's handled himself, and particularly, you know,
58.
making those couple of centuries on his debut.
59.
Yeah, it was just this last frame, the importance of it just seemed to throw him off a little bit, and he missed a couple of ones that he didn't look like missing earlier in the session.
66.
But as I say, 3 frames behind, a long way to go.
67.
Could he possibly finish with a century? That would be 4 centuries too from either player. It's going to be very difficult the way the balls are sitting, but might do.
Ooh!
Well held, Rob.
Nearly.
Oh, big ooze. He did well to catch that one. He must have played cricket in his day. Rob.
73.
Those gloves, they can be slippy at times. He's a left-hander, so if he drops him
78.
behind the green, he's going to need the rest.
Eight.
He was straight on the yellow, so it would have to be a Neil Robertson special if he's going to make a century break. This goes in, bring the house down. No century break, but I'll tell you what, he won't be too disappointed about that. The young Chinese player put him under pressure with 2 century breaks, but in the end, the Australian will be delighted.